Stay tuned to meet one of America's top trial lawyers, Andy Darcy.
Welcome to the YouTube channel of Michael J. Swanson. Michael is the author of How David Beats Goliath and is the CEO of Advocate Capital. And now, here's Michael.
Andrew Darcy graduated cum laude from Bowdoin College in Brunswick, Maine, and received his Juris Doctorate from Seton Hall University School of Law in 1996. After serving as an appellate law clerk to New Jersey Supreme Court Justice Virginia Long, he joined the New York area law firm McElroy, Deutsch, and Mulvaney. Then, on St. Patrick's Day of 2000, Andrew joined his brother Patrick at the Darcy Law Firm, where he helped build a diversified and reputable trial law firm, concentrating in areas of serious personal injury, nursing home and medical malpractice litigation, and mass torts. His passionate representation of injured individuals, as well as victims of corporate greed, has translated into numerous success stories for his clients and has earned him an impressive reputation in the legal community as an aggressive and results-driven litigator. And now, Andy Darcy. Hi, Andy. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Fantastic. Hey, thanks for all the work that you do in your community to help people that you and Pat do. And I wanted to introduce you to our audience today as one of America's top trial lawyers. And I'd like to ask if you could tell us a little bit about a really interesting case I know you had, where I believe the plaintiff's name was Kimberly Pack. Can you tell us about that case?
Sure, Mike. That's one of our favorites. Kimberly Pack involves a case actually that deals with murder, and we're a firm that generally does auto wrecks, medical malpractice, mass torts. But we had a client walk in and say that she believed that her stepfather murdered her mother, and there was an insurance issue at stake, and she asked us if we would help her prove it because the prosecutor's office at that time wasn't taking the case. Wow. So what we did is we really put together our own investigative team, which essentially worked like a prosecutor's office within our civil law firm. And we went out and interviewed dozens and dozens of people. We collected records that you couldn't imagine. And ultimately, we came across a very elaborate scheme that involved gangs, it involved drugs, it involved sex, it involved greed, everything you could imagine on a bad Lifetime movie. And we were able to, at the end of the day, after years of hunting this down, and through the use of civil discovery, including the deposition of the stepfather, who happened to be a physician, we were able to take his deposition and ultimately present everything to the prosecutor's office, who then eventually did indict him. Wow. The end of the story is crazier than the beginning because he killed himself in jail, and now, without going into enormous detail, the co-conspirators will say, and actually the murderer himself, because he arranged the murder. The Pagan Motorcycle Club is actually going on trial this coming week. Actually, the jury's starting to get picked today. So with the prosecutor's office. Yeah, it was a crazy one.
Wow. I've always known that plaintiff lawyers do important work that help plaintiffs and also make the world a safer place. I don't think I've ever heard a case where a plaintiff lawyer used a civil justice system to actually get criminals off the street. So that's amazing results.
Yeah, we were delighted with the outcome, and really came down to our client, who is a stalwart, just on behalf of her mother, fighting for justice, and she's never gave up hope, even when people were starting to doubt why she continued this fight, and ultimately she got her mother the justice that she deserved.
Great. Well, I want to thank you very much for the work that you and Pat do there in New Jersey and beyond. And I want to thank you also for joining us today, Andy.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for watching. Send your questions or comments to Michael at mike@howdavidbeatsgoliath.com.